Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're doing a little bit of a preview video on the newest legend that we're releasing over on the global side of the game, that is Legend VIVI. So VIVI finally got a standalone legend, and she's very, very good. So in today's video, we're hopping into the Forester Training HAWKINS, Forester Training Straw. With that said, that was the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so we're going to fast forward to the Hold'em stage. And against Hold'em, he has Threshold, and on the second turn, he makes all orbs unfavorable. This is where we're actually going to pop our very first VIVI special, and then we're going to use the special of Bonnie to actually give ourselves a full board of recovery orbs. We can lock the orbs with VIVI, remove the Threshold, and then we can take advantage of that orb seal mechanic, or the super orb lock. Now, I did want to take VIVI into the Forest of Training Straw, because I have already actually taken her and Ace into the Kid Forest, and they do it very, very well. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys if you guys want to go check out that video. It was really, really cool harboring the two of them up. They work exceptionally well together. But I did want to take VIVI into the HAWKINS Forest because I do think this legend is very underrated. Or, not so much underrated, but it just isn't really spoken about. The big downside to this particular unit is she has that very annoying limit break, which actually removes Super Orb Lock on herself. Now, I've pulled myself a fair chunk of VIVIs, and unfortunately, that actually means that my VIVI's at level 4 limit break for that stupid limit break, which means that we're actually not going to be able to take advantage of the Super Orb Lock that is most commonly used when it does come to this particular forest. On this stage against Hold'em, you do need to hit a couple of perfects if you are trying this team, so make sure to hit a couple of perfects at the end there just so you have enough damage to take him out. We do get 3 turns of an orb boost that we carry into the next stage against Kinemon and Kanjuro. They're going to give us that Super Orb Lock, and as you can see, because my VIVI is level 4 on her limit break, we can actually remove 4 turns of it, which is really annoying. For the sake of this particular content, I actually brought the Bandai Friend VIVI. It's very hard to find VIVI friends over here in Japan as well. But I bought the friend just so I wouldn't have that issue, and that way we can just hang on to 1 extra recovery orb. It's a little bit annoying, but like I'd highly recommend not leveling up that like limit break. But like if you're like me and you like to see the rainbow tag on your units, you're gonna do it, and unfortunately it's just something we're gonna have to cop. On to the next stage against Kiyoshiro. He puts up 3 turns of damage or defense up. And this is where we can utilize a super typing of VIVI. VIVI is basically just like Snake Man on steroids. She does an orb boost for 3 turns with her special. 2 times orb boost to Cerebrals and Free Spirit. Sorry, 2.25. And then with her super typing, she's a 2 times attack booster to those 2 classes, as well as strength. Utilizing Robin here, we can remove the defense up. We actually give a recovery orb to our VIVI again, which works out quite nicely. And then we can actually just take out that stage with hitting some perfects here and there. So Kiyoshiro gets taken down fairly easily. That way we can move on to Jack. He gives us 2 turns of despair. We are going to pass the first turn, heal up with the recovery orbs, and then take him out on the second, thanks to the Luffy Sanji special. Before we move on though, we are going to use the Toki ability to apply to our captain, VIVI, and then Toki themselves. That way we don't get blinded when we move into the next stage. As I was saying though, Vivi's actually an amazing captain. Really, really good super typing. She has a lot of offensive power, with her special being an orb booster. She rotates block orbs as well, which is great. She gives you a full board of orbs as well as an orb boost. Now, I've been rambling on about this for a little while now, and it's a reason that I think that Verse Shanks is so powerful, is any character that can not only give you an orb boost and orb manipulation, but mainly get through block orbs is very, very powerful. Normally, when it comes to team building, I always prioritize something like Chain Lock or an attack booster before orb boosters, but if the character can rotate orbs, guaranteed, no matter what, and give an orb boost, it makes them infinitely more valuable, and VIVI is one of those units. Not only that, but she actually locks your orbs as well, gives you 3 turns of an orb boost, and it's just very, very powerful. On to the next stage against Law, Zoro, Juro, and Sobermask, rip Sobermask. We are going to basically just focus on taking out Law. Now, you should have a guaranteed orb on your Toki, no matter what, but I actually got very lucky with an orb on my VIVI. Now, don't stress, as long as you kill Law on this turn, you are hunky-dory. You just want to focus on taking out Law, so don't stress if you don't get an orb on your VIVI, because of that orb seal bullshit, but as long as you take out Law, you will be fine. On the second turn, Zoro Juro will blind the other side, the top left, bottom right, middle left, as he blinds the top right, middle left. And that's why we use the Toki ability to actually get around that, get the 3.5 times attack, and actually take him out on the first turn. Then you can focus on taking him out after that, and then as long as you kill like Sobermask before the 4th turn, you're pretty much fine. We do have a bunch of recovery orbs, so we can just heal back any of the damage they do to us anyway. And ideally, you want to make sure you move into the next stage against Jack with 4 HP, so you can actually heal up. Another thing that Vivi actually has in her kit as well, her captain ability is pretty stock standard in terms of being a 5x captain for strength, free spirit, and cerebral characters, but she actually has special bind removal. So she's a utility-based captain, which is very, very nice. If you know me, I love special bind in a captain. Shanks crew, Dofi, Vivi, Rebecca, Super Type Zoro, all those characters to me were absolutely amazing because special bind is one of the most annoying mechanics to get around. Very similar to bind, and that's what actually makes Yamato so amazing. Getting around bind and special bind in your captain is just so damn nice. But not only that, if you already have an orb boost live, Vivi can actually extend your orb boost by 2 turns and give you a plus 2.25 to that said orb boost if you already have one in play. So the running double Vivi strat is actually quite viable because she can actually turn the friend captain Vivi's 3-turn orb boost 2.25 into a 2.5 5-turn orb boost. You don't really need the 5 turns, but look, it's quite nice to have. And then you can actually utilize the super typings to get that 2x attack boost. Once we hit this Jack stage, though, we are going to sort of stall out until we get our Toki special back. You really want to try and get both the VV specials popping, but, like, really, you only need one moving forward here. If you needed to as well, you could use your VV special on the Sobama stage. That way you can get through that a little bit easier once the bind goes away. But on this stage against Jack, we are just going to stall a little bit. So I'm going to fast forward until we get to that point. Alrighty, so now we're at the point where we got our Toki special ready to go. And we're going to put our Toki ability on our Toki and Luffy Zoro, sorry. That way we just guaranteed those orbs. Because we didn't use our VV special on the previous, turn, we can sort of move on here. So it works really, really nicely. But otherwise, if you did need to use your VV special, I would highly recommend saving both your VVs. So that way you actually have them, or you get both your VVs back. So that way you have them ready to go for this particular stage against Kaido. Against Kaido, we're going to get the carryover effect of the attack and orb boost. He gives us a very nasty burn, which is very, very frustrating. But the 3.5 that Toki can provide, it just does monstrous amounts of damage. And as you can see, we can actually just take out Kaido on the very first turn. I do have the support of Yamato on Luffy and Zoro as well. So they are doing a little bit more damage to Kaido, but as long as you hit greats, like, you will be fine. On the revive, Kaido actually special binds, which is a good showing of Vivi because she can actually just remove that special bind, which is great. We're going to pop one of our Vivi specials. I actually have the support of Reiju. It's not essential that you have the Reiju support because it just gives cerebral characters a little bit more damage here. But if you do not have the Reiju support, you just want to basically, like, save your other make sure you have your other Vivi special ready to go, as you can see with mine. So that way we move on to the final stage. With a VV special. It's very, very important that you have both those VVs on the Kaido stage. So make sure you store the correct amount of times on the Jack stage if you guys are using this team. But once we hit the final stage against Basil Hawkins, he's actually going to turn into a quick unit because our captain is strength. He has defense up and gives us despair, which we can easily remove with the Robin special, getting rid of the defense up and the despair. We're going to use our VV special to give our cerebrals and free spirit characters an orb boost. That way Robin actually gets an orb boost as well, which is super nice. We can use the other super typing of VV for an attack boost, and then we can get a chain lock thanks to Luffy and Zoro. If you stuff your special order up like that, you can use, like I did, you can use the bonding special as well. That's going to give you guys a full border recovery orbs, and that way just everyone has an orb basically. So that way you're in good stead when it comes to taking down Basil Hawkins. He does have a big chunky amount of HP. So as you can see, Vivi is actually a very, very strong legend. I do think she is one of the better legends in the game. But in saying that too, I don't really recommend summoning on her banner, especially with New Year's right around the corner. But I thought I'd get this preview out for you guys, just so you can see what she's all about and how much fun she actually can be. So that's going to wrap the video up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button. While you're down there, let me know what your thoughts and opinions on the new Vivi character in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!